Another big week for our Marauders as the crew team makes history, tennis and baseball, with great weeks overall against Hudson County Throws, and the lacrosse team gets a victory question mark? Find out how that happened and how the rest of the program fare on this week's State of the Marauders podcast.
Floater too strong. Rebound tapped around. The three to win the game. No good. And Prep survived. The Marauders have won their first sectional championship since 2014.
Wow, unbelievable turnover.
Jude Sargent.
Here's Jude with 9, with 8, with 7. Sargent scores! Jude Sargent delivers with 5.9 left to go. What a turn of events, and the Marauders regain the lead, 8-7.
And there's Tyler Bell, a double pass, wide open, caught, touchdown.
Welcome everyone to episode number 111. Sponsored as always by our good friends at D1 Media Pro, the number one live stream in the state of New Jersey for high school sports. In this week's episode, again, we're going to break down everything that happened for your St. Peter's Prep Marauders, and we'll also break down this week's Marauder Player of the Week and reveal who are the candidates for next week's award. We can always be found on any of your listed devices on Apple and Spotify, on Anchor, you name it, we are there. So be sure to search State of the Marauders or follow us on our social media profile at SOTM Marauders to see all of our exclusive Marauder content. As always, I am your host, Renato Rodriguez of the class of 2010. We had a lot to talk about this week, so let's get right into the news of the week. So make sure you download the app today via the link on the SOT Marauders social media pages. Again, the app, what do we got in the app? You got all the live stream information, schedules, texting service form. You got information about the Sprinkle House that just passed. You got information about some summer camps, as well as tributes to Father Arzado, and a way for you guys to make tribute to Father Arzado as more. Play of the year, Play of the week voting, and much, much more. So again, if you have not done so, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you download the app today. Also, make sure to like and subscribe us on YouTube. Get all your highlights, get the podcast in video form, and much, much more. So make sure you like and subscribe us on YouTube at SOTM Network. Again, Prep Hockey looking for assistant coaches. All right. They're looking for guys for the varsity and JV level for the 2023-2024 season. Previous and current youth hockey experience is definitely a plus. So if you're interested, again, make sure you email head coach Brendan Roche at rocheb@spprep.org, and see the email right below on your screen as well. So in other news of the week for your Marauders, this is a big one. Jason and Justin Adamaloa, the Adamaloa twins, class of 2018, they made it to the NFL. Yes, they got a rookie mini camp invite to 2 teams in the NFL. So let's take a look at what 2 teams that these guys will be going to. So congratulations to Jason to getting the invite to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now let's see where Justin's going to head up. Congratulations to Justin for going to the Packers rookie mini camp as well. So congratulations to Jason and Justin Amalo. They've been working hard to get to this moment. They were great defensive players at St. Peter's Pub. They did a great job at Notre Dame. And now they are getting one step closer to making the big leagues in the NFL. So again, congratulations to them both. We have some camps that are opening up this summer, including baseball and lacrosse. The baseball team, again, they're having 2 sessions this summer. See that on your screen. So the baseball camp session 1 will start from June 26th to 29th from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Lincoln Park. And from July 1st to August 3rd, also at Lincoln Park, but it could be Caden Point. Again, click on the link on our profile at SOTM Marauders to get all the information. But again, they are looking for people ages 8 to 14. So if you want to register for the baseball camp this summer, make sure you check out the link on the SOT Marauders social media app. Also, for the lacrosse guys, if you're interested, all right, it's going to be from June 26th to the 29th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at JFK Field. And again, make sure to check out the SOT Marauders app for more information about that. And speaking of St. Peter's Prep Lacrosse, we had Ignacio Marro, who's on the Chalk Talk podcast. We'll hear from him and Jack Briamonte a little bit later. But he has an Instagram account for his photography and videos that he does for a lot of sports teams. So that's at Iggy's Flicks. Okay, at Iggy's Flicks. Again, he posted a collaboration with us, usually for lacrosse games, on the SAT Mars social media page. So you can find him there. Well, what he did a couple weeks ago for the State of Mars podcast, he, along with the approval of head coach Andrew Watts, we mic'd up head coach Andrew Watts at one of the practices over the spring break. Again, we posted this during the week, but if you not get a chance to look at this yet, I'm going to give you a brief appetizer of this mic'd up session from that spring break training session. So let's take a gander at what head coach Andrew Watts is like.
Got this, boys. I believe in you, fellas. I believe in you, but we just got to be locked in. I got ball. Thank you, Finn. Now Finn's playing. Now Finn's upset. Once you piss off Finn Freeman, it's a long day.
So again, that was head lacrosse head coach Andrew Watts with a good mic'd up session there. If you want more information about that, make sure to check out the full video on YouTube, which will be out shortly on YouTube, but also at the SOT Marauders Instagram page. So in the rest of the program this week, we had the golf team having an up and down week overall. They competed in those 2 matches as they took on Dwight Englewood and Blair Academy. They would defeat Dwight Englewood 155 to 163, in which, again, Jack St. Leger putting on a clinic for your Marauders with a +2 score overall. Kevin Gomez with a +3 in second place. Sencho Petrocelli in 4th place, with Ashcat Argle rounding out the top 5. So great job there, but then they would struggle a little bit against Blair Academy. They would go down 200 to 213. We don't have the individual scores to that one, but we do know that the golf team is now 4-3 on the season, and they're going to compete in the final matches this week. They take on DePaul and Mountain Lakes on Tuesday and Wednesday before the state sectional title matchup the following week. So stay tuned to see how your golf Mars will conclude their regular season. So tennis, again, they just continuing to dominate Hudson County play. There's going to be a good chance that they might end up with some gold this year in the Hudson County Championship. They defeated Bayonne 5-0, in which Yashkana would win 6-1, 6-1 at first singles. Ignacio Harsh would win at second singles 6-0, 6-0. Lucas Mackenzie at third singles would win 6-3, 6-1. At first doubles, the team of Gene O and Kyle O would win 6-2, 6-3. And at second doubles, the team of Jeremy Camber and Jack Rousseau would win 6-0, 6-0. Then they would take on McNair's side, who, again, gave the Marauders some fits at times in the last couple of years, but Marro was able to take care of business, winning 4-1. Yash Khan would win 6-2, 6-3. Lucas McKenzie would win 6-3, 6-4 at second singles. But the only loss came at third singles, in which Jack Brousseau would go down 6-4, 6-3. At first doubles, the team of Gino and Kyle would win 6-1, 6-0. And then the team of Jeremy Camber and Eric Saunders would win 6-1, 6-0. Then came a tough loss to the Pirates Seton Hall Prep 4-1, in which the only victory came from Ignacio Harsh, in which he would win 6-2, 6-1. So they have 2 more matches this week against Hudson County opponents in Bayonne and Memorial. It's against good test for them because they have the Hudson County individual tournament. So not the team overall, the individual tournament, Saturday afternoon from Lincoln Park. Before they're going to take on Fordham Prep on Sunday because of the rains. They had to reschedule that matchup. So, again, Fordham Prep on the road for these tennis Marauders on Sunday afternoon. And again, tennis just doing a tremendous job so far to start the year. They are now, I believe they are now 6-2 on the year. We'll double check that in a bit, but I think they are 6-2 on the season. So, again, great job by the tennis team out there. And just to confirm, yes, 7-2. Okay, my apologies. They are 7-2 to start off the year. So baseball, they had a good week overall. You know, they dominated Cal. They had a tough loss to St. Joe's Region. We're not going to talk about that because it's 10-0 Mercy Rule. We're not going to mention that. But they would win the other 3 games this week. And the first matchup was against a Memorial side, which Marauders needed to get something going. They had struggled before then. They lost 3 of the last 4 games. So let's take a look at the highlights. The Preps game against Memorial.
Fisher comes set, runner not going, 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Laura down looking for the first out of the game. 0-2 pitch from Fisher, comes inside, cut on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Mason Fisher, and there's 2 away here in the first inning.
Week up ahead.
Inside fastball, cut on and missed, so Mason Fisher strikes out the side as he works around a hit by pitch and a walk. That one hit in the air to left field. Jimenez coming in on it. He dives and he can't make the play. 2 runs will come in to score. Porch on his way to second. He will stop right there. It's a 2-run double for Sam Porch, and Prep takes an early 2-0 lead. 1-2 pitch. Nasty breaking ball. Froze Munoz. 4th strikeout for Mason Fisher.
Yeah, he went with neither of them decided to get that nice little looping breaking ball in.
Fisher will come set, wind and fire on the 2-2. Breaking ball. Froze him once again. Second strikeout of the inning for Mason Fisher. He's got 5 through 2. Scoring position here in the second. And that one lined into left field as well. It gets down for a base hit. They'll round McKelly around third. The throw will be cut off. It's an RBI single for Isaiah Ruiz. And it's 3-0 Marauders. 3-2 to Haynes. Is chopped on the ground to short. Going to be a tough play. Charging is Cuevas. Throw over to first. Not in time. Infield single for Joe Haynes. It's an RBI as well. And it's 5-0 Marauders. For Mason Fisher to give them length here in this game as he gets called strike 3 on the inside corner for his 6th strikeout of the game. One thing, when you strike out a lot of guys, typically your pitch count can rise as there's called strike 3 on the inside corner. 7th strikeout for Mason Fisher. Just getting loose down there, but still decent pitch count for Fisher as he has strikeout number 8 as Diaz chases a high fastball. Set, kicks and fires. Breaking ball called strike 3. How about this performance from Mason Fisher? 9 strikeouts through 3 2/3.
Yeah, he's been just dealing with that breaking
Had some
ball.
clouds come over at first pitch as there's called strike 3. Martinez down looking. 10th strikeout for Mason Fisher. And it's a
They'll say he didn't make contact, swung on and missed, tag put on by Haynes, and it's strikeout number 11 for Mason Fisher. Kirk swings at the first pitch. It's it down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. Infante Mijan in to score. Chasing Kirk up to second. He'll stop right there with an RBI double.
Yeah, he needed that. It's a great piece of hitting there by Chasing Kirk to get the Marauders. They're 7th front of the game.
Herrera trying to look back Infante Mijan at second, although his run means nothing, and he was called for a balk, and that ends the game. Prep will win via the mercy rule 11-1, and maybe not as a convincing of a way to win a ball game, but Prep does so on the balk as Sam Porch comes in to score, and St. Peter's Prep beats Memorial and gets back in the win column 11-1.
So that's a big win from Marauders, not conventional way to end it, but, Sam Porch again, number 2 RBIs. Isaiah Ruiz 3-for-3 for double RBI. Lorenzo Camilleri, Nico Duarte, Joe Haynes, Massimo Infante Mijan, Chasing Kirk each with an RBI. But the big story in this game, Mason Fisher is absolute sensational. He's been one of the best Marauder spot starters all season long. 5 innings pitched, 1 run on 11 strikeouts. What a performance by the tall right-hander. Again, we talked about they lose 10-0 to St. Joe's Regional. Again, we're not going to talk about that. But we are going to talk about senior night against Hudson Catholic, in which the Marauders mercy them for Pat Laguerre's 400th victory as head coach. Let's see what they're able to do now. Back at Caden Point, let's take a look at the highlights from St. Peter's Prep against Hudson Catholic.
0-2, called strike 3 downstairs. Quick work of Qual McBride makes Max Kirk, and there's one away. Going to work out of a jam. 2-2. In there, called strike 3. Max Kirk into and out of trouble here in the first. It looked like the way he's landing is impacting him as that one is lined into left field for a base hit. Camilleri sent around third. He will come in to score. It's an RBI single for the senior Sam Porch, and it's 2-0 Prep. Inside the park grand slam as that one comes inside, cut on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Max Kirk. 2-2, check swing, he went around. Haynes looked like he put the tag on. He did. That's the 4th strikeout already for Max Kirk. And quickly 2 outs here. Nobody out on his senior night as well. And he rips that pitch down the third baseline. It's a fair ball past the diving Bohm. Rounding third is Ligio. He will come in to score. Throw goes to second. Duarte is out, trying to leg that into a double, but an RBI single for Nico Duarte, and it's 4-0 St. Peter's. Full count here on Owen Perillo. 3-2 in there, called strike 3. 5th strikeout of the game for Max Kirk, and there's 2 outs here in the third. First pitch to Ligio is hit in the air to right field. Coming on and watching it drop is McBride out there in right. 2 runs come in to score. Stopping at third is Infante Mijan. It's a 2-run double for Frank Ligio. And it's now 6-0 St. Peter's. Base is loaded. Pitch breaking ball served into center field. That gets down. It's going to split the outfielders and go all the way to the wall. Isaiah Ruiz on his horse. 3 runs in to score. Ruiz being waved around third. Ruiz will beat the throw home. It's an inside the park grand slam for Isaiah Ruiz on his senior night. And Prep blows this game open here in the third. It's 10-0. 1-2, breaking ball, throws him, called strike 3. There's strikeout number 6 for Max Kirk. 2-2. Back to the outside corner, cut on and missed, strike 3. Qual McBride goes down on strikes as Max Kirk picks up his 7th strikeout of the game. Came in at number 20 to begin this week. Breaking ball, called strike 3 from Liam Hester, froze Evan Almonte. 2-2, breaking ball, losing the bat was Bohm. He went around, strike 3. So a pair of strikeouts in the 5th inning from Liam Hester, both on nasty breaking. Placing Matt Corwin as that one is lined, and it's a fair ball down the line into the corner. In to score is Ligio, and there's your ball game on a walk-off RBI double from Bortman as St. Peter's Prep wins this game 11-1 over Hudson Catholic on senior night.
So, again, 11-1 both games. Both games ended in the mercy rule. Isaiah Ruiz, what a week for him. Inside the park grand slam. He's been on fire at the number 9 hitter for the Marauders. Frank Ligio, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Sam Porch, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Nico Duarte, his first varsity hit on that double. Well, his single going to double got caught out second. Max Borman, the RBI single. Then Max Kirk, 4 innings pitch, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. Again, Marauders need to have the good pitching like they had in the beginning of the year. And in these last couple games, they're starting to get that pitching back. Getting into the matchup now against Union City, in which the Marauders, Max Kirk did pitch that game. They got walked off in the 7th inning. Now let's see how the Marauders will respond when they come back home to Caden Point in the final matchup of the week. So let's take a listen as Kevin Connolly would call the Prep Union City matchup.
He comes set, kicks and fires, breaking ball hit in the air to left field and deep. Duarte coming back on it, and he makes the play. Nico Duarte on the move, reaches out and makes a spectacular play. There goes the runner, pitches a breaking ball, throw down to second. They got him. Strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning for the Marauders. Another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Corwin with an assist. That is 1-2 pitch home. Breaking ball, froze him, called strike 3. 5th strikeout of the game for Matt Corwin as he keeps Union City. 3-1 home is right down the middle, and it's hit in the air, right center field and deep, and that will be over the head of Perez. Didn't judge it well. 1 run comes in to score. Kirk will have to stop at third. It's an RBI double. Then the ball gets away. Union City throws it back into the infield. The run will come in to score, and it's 2-0 Prep. Not sure why Union City threw. Swings at the first pitch and lines it into left field. That's going to get down for a fair ball. It goes all the way to the corner. In to score is Duarte. Ruiz rounding third. He will score easily. It's a 2-run double for Matt Corwin. And St. Peter's Prep scores 4 here in the 4th. It's 4-0 Marauders. Just after 7 o'clock as Camilleri lines that one into right field. Martinez dives. He can't make the play. It gets behind him, and Camilleri's off to the races. In to score is Lempa. Camilleri digging for 3. The relay throw is high. Camilleri will be held up at third. It'll be an RBI triple for Lorenzo Camilleri. Prep adds another, and it's 5-0 Marauders. Comes set, delivers home. Called strike 3. Matt Corwin into and out of trouble here in the 5th inning to keep Union City. Forecast and 2 if it did when it was going to start. As Camilleri hits that one in the air to left field. Matthias can't find it. It's over his head. It's been really tough for the outfielders to try and pick up the baseball here today. Lempa will be waved around third, as will Camilleri. It's going to be a tough play at the plate. Camilleri held up. Lempa scores. Throw back behind Camilleri, not in time. Lorenzo Camilleri has himself an RBI triple. They call Lorenzo Nick as Joe Haynes lines that ball into the gap in left center field. Matthias not able to cut it off. It'll go near the wall. Haynes turning on the Jets. He's looking for a triple himself. Haynes will be in there with a RBI stand-up triple. And it's now 7-0 Marauders. 3-2. Chopped to second. Ruiz charges, Fields throws on to first, and it will beat the sliding Santiago to first, and the ball game now is officially over. 7-3 is the final score. St. Peter's Prep holds on for victory here against Union City.
So in the Dan Cooney Classic, the Marauders putting on a steam with a 5-run 4th inning. Matt Corwin doing it all in this one. 2 for 3 for double, 2 RBIs, and 6 in the third. Essentially scoreless baseball. 7 strikeouts. Lorenzo Camilleri, 2 triples, 2 RBIs. Nico Duarte, 2 RBI double. Joe Haynes saw the RBI triple. And again, the Marauder team now 10-5 on the season. They got another big week on tap. They take on Northbergen today on the road before a big matchup. Union High School, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. I'll be on the call with Kevin Connolly on D1 Media Pro. It's going to be a highly contested game. Looks like no Hechevarria for Milburn. He pitched on Sunday, which unfortunately I want to see how he pitched Like a pitcher in state. But let's see how the Marauders can fare against a top 20 team before taking on Kearney on the road to end their week on Wednesday. Now, the lacrosse team. They only played one game because, they're supposed to play senior night Saturday. They got canceled because of the rain. So they lost in their only game of the week, right? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. In this week's State of the Marauders hotline, we have Ignacio Marro, Jackson Briamonte of the class of 2025. And again, the other Chalk Talk podcast. They're literally just recording their podcast right before doing ours. So go listen to it if you're a sports fan. They break down everything in professional and collegiate sports. So they're going to break down everything from the lacrosse side of things this week, as well as talk to us on how the team is preparing for the upcoming matchups against Parsippany Hills and Watchung Hills. Parsippany Hills will be their senior night game on Thursday. So let's take a listen to how they commented on this week's edition of the State of the Marauders Hotline.
Welcome to the State of the Marauders Hotline, sponsored by the Torna Bennett Group. They provide leadership solutions for nonprofit organizations, professional fundraising, interim executives, and strategic marketing. They also provide sales, fundraising, and executive solutions for New Jersey businesses. For more information, call 201-932-0100 today. That's 201-932-0100.
Welcome back to State of Marauders podcast. I'm Ignacio Marro, back with Jackson Briamonte.
Yeah.
And we're covering lacrosse per usual, but there really wasn't that much this week. Marauders lost 10-8 to Princeton Day, but NJSA ruled it a win for us due to a forfeit.
Yeah.
Competitive game. They lost 10-8, but it still a good game to watch.
Well fought game. Both teams played great. Overall, it was a very good game. Someone I want to look at, not just from this game specifically, from the last 4 games, is Jed Rohrbacher, because he has 5 goals and 5 assists over these last 4 games. He's just playing phenomenal and really stepping into the role that he was called upon due to the absence of Brian Kelly.
Yeah, normally he's a midfielder.
Yeah.
And he's been playing amazing at attack.
Yeah.
Makes you think, should he play attack, hypothetically?
With 3 goals against Cranford.
Amazing for him, hat trick, especially considering he didn't really get playing time last year.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see him step into this role.
I agree.
Adding on to that, Jude Sargent had 4 goals. Jed Rohrbacher obviously had his goal. Aiden Williams had a goal. John Kearns and Connor Cagle also added other goals. Henry Walker had another amazing game with 15 saves.
Oh, he's just having a great season. He has 112 saves on the season through 7 games, which is great. Averaging about 15 saves a game. So Henry Walker is playing amazing for them.
Yeah, he's second in the state for saves. I saw it on NJ.com in the stat leaders.
Great season.
He's having an amazing season, and I think it's just it was a rough game. Even though in the record books it'll say 6-1.
Yeah.
Team still has to reconsider what happened. And
I
think just got to move on to the next game.
Yeah.
Parsippany Hills, Thursday.
Senior day.
4:30,
pop out.
Pop out, support your boys.
Yeah.
Seniors, Connor Cagle, Brian Kelly, Sean Cagle, and Jude. Make sure to be there. And make sure to check out State of Marauders for updates on scheduling and all of that.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this week's State of Marauders podcast. Signing off, Ignacio Marro, Jackson Briamonte.
To Ignacio Marro and Jackson Briamonte again for your analysis. And again, to recap how the team did. Okay, they originally lost to Princeton 10-8, but there was an illegal transfer situation according to the NJSA, so declared a victory for St. Peter's Prep 1-0. So the Marauders are now 6-1 on the season. Great job by head coach Andrew Watts. Got a tough 2 games coming up this week. Jude Sargent had 4 goals in the 10-8 version of the game. Jed Warbacker goal and assist. He's been on fire, as they mentioned. Connor Cagle, Aiden Williams, John Kearns also with goals. And Neil Ward, 6 ground balls. And Henry Walker with 15 saves. Now, let's look on the volleyball side of things. And the inconsistencies of their season continues. They had another difficult week. They got victory, though. They were to beat North Bergen at home, but they took on Harrison on the road, number 8 at the time in the state, and they got lost in 2 sets pretty badly, 16-25, 13-25. Colin Gorham, 7 digs, 3 serve points. Owen Sanchez, 6 digs, 3 assists. John Cases, 4 kills. Andy Rivera, 2 kills, 5 digs, 3 serve points, and an ace. And the matchup at home against Union City, in which they also beat the Marauders early in the year, they will lose big time again, 13-25, 18-25. Colin Gorham, 15 digs. Michael Shipman, 4 kills, 4 digs, 4 serve points. Owen Sanchez, 11 assists, 2 serve points. John Cases, 8 digs, 5 serve points, and 2 kills. But in their victory against North Bergen, ladies and gentlemen, they would win 17-25, so they lose. So they had a loss 5 sets in a row, okay? Until they turned it up in the second set against North Bergen, 25-13, and then the final set, 25-23, epic comeback for the Marauders. Owen Sanchez, 14 digs, 7 serve points, 6 digs, 3 aces. John Cases, 12 serve points, 8 digs, 6 kills. Michael Shipman, 6 kills, 7 blocks, 5 serve points, and an ace. Colin Gorham, 11 digs, 8 serve points, 3 aces. And Andy Rivera, 6 kills, and 7 digs. So they're now 4-5 on the season. They have 3 matches this week. They take on Memorial on the road on Tuesday. Before coming back home on Wednesday, they're taking on one of the best teams in the state. It's a tough matchup for the Marauders against number 13, Bridgewater of Raritan. Usually one of the top 5 teams. Have a little down year this year for Bridgewater of Raritan, but they're usually one of the top 5 in the state. Usually the cream of the crop in volleyball every year. Usually the tournament champions, they're always in it. So it's going to be a tough sledding for the Marauders in that matchup. Then they go on the road to take on Dixon. So the Marauders, they need to go at least 2-1 this week. Try to get back to even 500 and hopefully get some momentum going into the Hudson County tournament in a couple of weeks. And the track team, they competed at the Penn Relays this week. You know, they're supposed to compete in that and in the Randolph Relays, but the Randolph Relays were canceled due to rain. So in the Penn Relays, they did a phenomenal job. The 4x100 relay team was 64th in the country for high school boys. The 4x400 relay team was 56th in the country for high school boys. So great job. Round of applause for that. Great job. This week, they're going to take on the Jersey City Championships on Monday, hopefully, weather permitting, from Lincoln Park in Jersey City. And I'm going to say the best for last, guys and girls. The best news. The crew team makes history at the state championships. They had 2 events this week. As I mentioned, they compete in the state championships and in the Cooper Cup. And they just absolutely smoked the competition in these state championships. The 1v boat got first place overall. First 8 boat got first place overall. The Knowledge 8 boat got first place overall. And the second V8 boat got second place overall. Which means as a team, they were first place overall for the first time in school history. Let's go, crew. Great job by the crew team. Absolutely dominating the state championships. And then they took their boats to the Cooper Cup. V-boat got 3rd place. Second V-boat got 10th place. Freshman 8 boat got 1st place. And the Novice 8 boat got 2nd place. Overall, they were 3rd place by 900ths of a second behind the 2nd place team. So this crew team is doing a phenomenal job. And again, gotta go out, support them. They're going to be out this week because they're getting ready for the Mid-Atlantic Championships, but they're just one of the most underrated teams in Marauder Land right now. So make sure to support your Marauder crew team. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's going to do it for the news of the week. But before we talk about the Marauder Player of the Week award, we have an announcement from State of the Marauders Student Club President Ben Novoselov to the student body. So, Ben, let's take it away.
Hey everyone, this is Junior Ben Novoselov, the president of the State of the Marauder Sports Reporters Club. If you're a student at St. Peter's Prep and you want to get involved with sports media or broadcasting, come to one of our club meetings. Dates and times of the meetings will be published on the daily announcements, but if you want more information, you can just email me at novoselov.b24@students.spprep.org. We look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you to Ben for that announcement. Again, every 8-day students were meeting in the State of the Marauder Sports Reporters Club meeting room, which is in the Briamonte Center, 3rd floor, Moley Hall. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to the seniors of the State of the Marauder Sports Reporters Club because last week was the last meeting. So, because they're going to be done with classes this Thursday. So, again, congratulations to all the seniors out there. And now, let's take a look at the Player of the Week and nominees from last week's episode, ladies and gentlemen. So, in last week's episode for the Marauder Player of the Week award, we had a bunch of great nominees, including Lucas Mayer McKenzie from tennis, Sam Porch from baseball, Jude Sargent from lacrosse, Jack St. Ledger from golf, Chad Stone from track. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a drum roll, please. And the winner of this week's State of the Marauder Player of the Week award, with 70% of the vote. This guy got a lot of votes this week. This senior baseball player, Sam Porch. Congratulations to Sam for this accomplishment. And now let's reveal the next week's nominations. We got 5 new ones to talk about. From the tennis team, Jeremy Camber. From the baseball team, Isaiah Ruiz. From the volleyball team, Michael Ship. From the golf team, I'm gonna give him another nomination, Jack St. Ledger. He's been red hot for this golf team. Get another nomination this week. And from the crew team to help with the 1v boat, Peter McLaughlin. So make sure you vote on the app. Voting will conclude on May 6th, this Saturday, 11:59 p.m. And you can vote only once on the app. So make sure you vote for who you think should be this week's Marauder Player of the Week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for another episode of State of Marauders Podcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in and continue to spread the word of State of Marauders Podcast by sharing our social media profile at SOTM Marauders to everyone you know, and continue to check them out for all our latest updates. Before we better do, I want to give a big shout out to head athletic trainer Joe Lasella. If you've noticed at some of the sporting events, if you've been attending live, he has been assistant athletic trainer Caprice James, who again, both of them do a phenomenal job. But I want to give congratulations to head athletic trainer Joe Lasella for the birth of his baby girl. Leah Juliet Lasella was born on April 27th, 2023. So again, congratulations to Trainer Joe and his wife for the baby. And we hope to see Joe continue to do jobs each and every week for the St. Peter's Prep Athletic Program. We're going to be back next week to continue talking about how the spring season is going for our St. Peter's Prep Marauders. How's the baseball team going to do against some more county opponents, especially against that matchup against Melbourne? I'm excited for that one. Can the volleyball team step up to the competition, which is going to take on Bridgewater Raritan? Lacrosse could continue the hot stretch. Tennis as well. A lot to talk about next week, but I want to thank you all for listening. And as always, let's go. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to be prep.
Hey, this is head athletic trainer Joe Lasella, and you are listening to the State of the Marauders podcast, sponsored by D1 Media Pro, the #1 live stream in the state of New Jersey for high school sports.